They got this going. They got a whole reel going. We gonna get to Sophie Cunningham and what she had to say after this. This is from the WNBPA on Instagram. What it will look like to pay WNBA players what they deserve. The 2025 WNBA season has set records for attendance.
That's Sophie Cunningham, Phoenix Mercury guard, openly confirming what insiders have been whispering for weeks. The WNBA is barreling straight toward a lockout. Not maybe, not possibly. It's happening. And when a player with Sophie's status goes on her own podcast and calls the CBA negotiations so dumb, not once, but 3 times in 30 seconds, you know the entire system isn't just strained. It's collapsing.
Man, I'm telling y'all, every day it seems like it's more and more cooked, man. It seems like things is just cooked. You know what I mean? WNBPA crashing out still. We watched them crash out with that letter they sent out calling out the WNBA, talking about they letting the clock run out and all this stuff. They're still taking shots at the WNBA on Instagram. How ghetto is that? Like, what are y'all doing?
Here's what's really going on behind the scenes. The WNBA Players Association isn't negotiating the old-school way anymore. They've basically ditched the bargaining table and launched a full-scale social media offensive. They're dropping revenue-sharing infographics on Instagram, pushing petition campaigns, and even hiring crews to set up giant inflatable protest rats outside NBA headquarters in New York. This isn't standard labor negotiation. This is panic disguised as PR strategy. Meanwhile, the league's owners? Silent. Completely, intentionally, strategically silent.
Hitting Instagram. Let me check my DM. Let's go over to Instagram, the WNBPA. Y'all are crazy, bro. Y'all actually crazy for this. Why are y'all all over Instagram right now? Look at what they are doing. Okay. Let's pause it here. Okay. They got this going. They got a whole reel going. We gonna get to Sophie Cunningham and what she had to say after this. This is from the WNBPA.
Let's break down what the players are really demanding, because the WNBA's Instagram infographics don't even scratch the surface. According to league insiders, the players are pushing for 50% revenue sharing, the same split NBA players enjoy. On paper, it sounds fair. But here's the part those graphics conveniently leave out. WNBA owners insist that meeting the players' terms would create $700 million in losses. Not a typo, not a bargaining tactic. $700 million. Multiple owners have already gone on record saying the financial model the players are demanding simply isn't workable with the league's current revenue reality. In their words, it's not just risky, it's unsustainable.
Expansion. Okay, so they're basically saying, okay, Josai, all of these teams coming in, spending $250 million, yada, yada, yada. The numbers. Okay. It says the NBA itself owns 42% of the WNBA, with many of its owners separating teams in both league, and the NBA has a long history of claiming it does. The NBA has a long history of claiming it doesn't make any money when it's convenient. Oh, so now y'all taking shots at the NBA. Now y'all taking shots at the NBA. Okay, now this is what we got to get to, man.
For now, pay attention to how the WNBPA is shaping the narrative. They're posting revenue charts, team-by-team graphics, and bragging about the Golden State Valkyries pulling in $20 million before tip-off. They're pointing to $250 million expansion fees, record attendance, and sold-out arenas. And yes, those numbers are real. But here's what they're leaving out. The operating costs, the massive infrastructure investments, and the fact that most WNBA teams still losing money even in this so-called breakout season. The PA keeps hyping the 3 million fans in 2025 milestone, also true. But the part they refuse to say out loud? When Caitlin Clark went down, viewership collapsed by 55%. Not a slowdown, not a stumble, a full-on crater. And that exposes an uncomfortable truth the union doesn't want to acknowledge. The league's explosive growth is overwhelmingly tied to one player, and the leverage the players think they have could disappear the moment she isn't on the floor.
Please click the link below for more info. Action alert. After months of stalling negotiations, the WNBA team owners continue to ignore player demands and jeopardize the future of women's professional basketball. Tell them to stop playing games. Click here. Bruh, what are y'all doing? Y'all are so worried about trying to win over public perception. What y'all need to be doing is getting a damn deal done. Y'all running to put rats in front of the NBA office in New York City. Y'all keep running.
Here's the part nobody in the Players Association wants to admit. The owners have completely outmaneuvered them. Just look at the timeline. The current CBA expires in October. Training camps open in April. That's roughly 6 months to lock in a deal. But the owners aren't negotiating. No counteroffers. No concessions. No response to the PA's public pressure campaign. Nothing. Just silence. Because they understand something the players don't. Time favors the owners. These are billionaires with multiple revenue streams. For most of them, the WNBA isn't their lifeline. It's a portfolio piece, a passion project, an investment they can afford to pause. They can wait 6 months. They can wait a year. They can even swallow a lost season if they have to. But the real question is, can the players?
Stop playing games. We sent y'all a good offer. Y'all can sign it or beat it. The WNBA's there. The owners are done playing games with y'all. They've been done playing games with y'all. Straight up and down. Now let's get to what Sophie Cunningham had to say about the state of the negotiations on her podcast.
Everyone's doing Unrivaled.
That and like our CBA is so dumb right now that like it's heading towards the lockout. So
no.
Now, consider the financial reality for the average WNBA player. Not the superstars. Not the ones with overseas deals or unrivaled contracts. I'm talking about the middle-of-the-roster players, the backbone of the league. Under the current CBA, a veteran minimum salary is around $75,000. The league's new proposal? Raised that to roughly $200,000 for veterans and $180,000 for rookies. For most players, that's life-changing money. And the owners know it. They know that when training camps roll around in March, there will be a faction of players who simply can't afford to sit out. Players without unrivaled contracts. Players without endorsement deals. Players who need that paycheck and will feel pressure to cross the line, no matter the principle.
no,
Like just nothing.
honestly, nothing. We get like weekly emails from the PA side of things, and it's just so dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb. Okay, but
It's over, bro. It's over. Sophie Cunningham just confirmed it's about to be a lockout, y'all. Sophie Cunningham confirmed it's about to be a lockout. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, y'all. The owners aren't budging. And I told y'all the owners were not going.
Here's why the entire situation is so precarious for the Players Association. They've gone all in on public pressure. Every post, every infographic, every petition, it's about winning hearts and minds on social media. They're comparing WNBA revenue sharing to the NBA, calling out the league for letting the clock run out, making it feel like a PR war. But the owners? They aren't playing that game anymore. They don't need public approval. They're the ones writing the checks. And no amount of Instagram graphics changes the fundamental truth of labor negotiations. The side that can afford to wait almost always wins. The WNBA PA even tried taking a shot at the NBA in their recent post, claiming the league hides profits when convenient. That's a dangerous move. The NBA owns 42% of the WNBA, and Adam Silver has been one of the league's biggest allies. Alienating the NBA while negotiating with WNBA owners who also run NBA teams? That's not strategy, that's self-sabotage. Watch Sophie Cunningham's face when she talks about getting weekly emails from the PA. It's not confidence, it's resignation. She knows how this ends. Hit that subscribe button, because this story is far from over.